I so appreciate being invited to these. Thank you. It's really a pleasure and an honor to be here. Not only because I just like these events in general and the spirit of them, but it's a chance to play music for people who aren't texting. So this is 90% of the songs I play are to people texting. So,
take out your smartphone.
Just make me feel at home. Also, this particular Solstice event, this particular Interfaith event, the Solstice one, is particularly dear to my heart as a Taoist because of our yin and yang symbol here, which is light and dark. David said the theme is light and dark. I was like, I think I can come up with something. The traditional Taoist canon is over 1,200 volumes, and they're all in Chinese. So I'm more of what I like to call a freestyle Taoist, in that I have taken a few core principles and tried to actually live them as fully and deeply in my life as I can. The heart of Taoism to me is this. It's this symbol which is called Tai Chi, which is this ultimate unforced balance, this dynamic dance between the light and dark side of things. It's perfect. You can't create it, you can't destroy it. It's embedded in everything from the protons and atoms that make up what we are to the bigger, larger picture. A good life, at least as I see it, being a freestyle Taoist, is an unforced life, a life that comes naturally from your nature, from the inside out, that you don't have to force yourself into doing. If you look at this yin-yang symbol, you'll see this dynamic dance of opposites. So as I see it, I don't try to pick sides in this and decide that one side's good and one side's bad. I see us pretty much as all of us being violent and peaceful and cooperative and competitive, lustful and loving, one and separate, angry, calm, honest, not so honest. It's kind of hardwired in our DNA to be the opposite things. And this kind of Taoism is not about a victory of the light or a defeat of the darkness. It's about living in the dynamic tension between these opposite sides. And when the things that we consider bad and evil are tempered by their opposites, they can actually become really productive and positive. Greed can become enlightened self-interest and taking care of your family. Violence can become self-defense. It can become protecting the weak. It's got to be tempered by the other side. Generosity has to be tempered by some self-interest, or you would give away everything you had and you would starve. So this balance is really kind of what we're after. There is a place where the Bible overlaps with Taoism very nicely. To everything there is a season, and to every purpose a time under heaven. So that's kind of my kind of version of Taoism. I try to rest in that dynamic tension between the light and the dark, which is not easy, by the way. It's not an easy path at all. I've been studying this in Tai Chi practice for 30 years. I've been singing and playing music and writing songs and trying to find it there for 30 to 50 years. Trying to find it in relationships since the day I was born. And one place that it's particularly hard to find this unforced balance is with regard to death. Talk about darkness. That's the big one, right? So nature, which is our Taoism is considered kind of a nature religion, nature seems to be hostile to all the forms, all the particular forms that it represents itself in or appears in. Every form is constantly being grinded up to make new ones. We're all different people than when we walked in the door. We're all completely different. We now have a whole set of memories that we didn't have when we came in. So where did that old self go? Gone. This new self is here with these new memories, with these new things. So there's this constant rebirth, this constant death and destruction of forms and constant rebirth into new forms. So this balancing act between light and dark, between life and death, between destruction and creation, is the is pretty much what Taoism is about. It's about living in that dynamic tension. This is a song about death in which I try to combine the light and the dark in one song. It has a little bit of slightly profane language in it, which I hope you will forgive. And, okay, here we go. Be the arrow, be the bow, be the rock or be the flow. It doesn't matter who you know, you're still gonna die. You're the candy or the wrapper, you're still headed for the crapper. Be a Dick, be a Jane, you're still circling the drain. 'Cause we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die. We're all headed for the soil. When we shrug this mortal coil, we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Be the hero, be the ghost, build a castle, build a moat. You can hit the highest notes, you're still gonna die. Play the coolest, fastest riff, pretty soon you'll be a stiff. Be the beauty, be the beast, pretty soon you'll be deceased. 'Cause we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die. We're all headed for the soil. When we struck this mortal coil, we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Be a knockout in the news, pretty soon you'll be worm food. It ain't polite, it's kinda rude. We're all gonna die. If you're feeling young and free, pretty soon you'll cease to be. When you battle, when you war, pretty soon you'll be no more. 'Cause we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die. We're all headed for the soil. When we shrug this mortal coil, we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Both the sane and the crazy end up pushing up the daisies. Dancing tango, dancing tap, you'll be taking that dirt nap. Lady luck, you can have her, you'll still end up a cadaver. Even you handsome lug, someday we will pull the plug. Be the mirror, be the smoke, you're still gonna croak. It doesn't matter what your highest mark is, you'll still end up a carcass. No matter what the score is, let me show you where the door is. You can be the hare or the tortoise. Here comes rigor mortis. You're the doctor or the nurse. Things are going to get worse. You can have the deepest purse, but you'll be riding in a hearse. 'Cause we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die. We're all headed for the soil. When we strike this mortal coil, we're all gonna die. your job and shuck it. You can move out to Nantucket. You will still kick the bucket, 'cause we're all gonna die. We're all